Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Can you get off me, sir? My fucking arm is in. I got it on pocket. Ah! Can you get the off me?
What he do?
I got this.
Man, what did he do? Why are
Back
y'all?
up. Ah!
Police brutality.
Ah!
White violence.
Roy Williams found himself parked outside his home when a group of Richmond, Virginia police officers pulled up right behind his vehicle, effectively blocking his way. Surprisingly, they did not have any lights on, indicating that it wasn't a routine traffic stop. The officers proceeded to question Mr. Williams and demanded identification and proof of his legal right to carry his firearm. Strangely, they claimed to be investigating a trespassing incident, which made little sense since the address on Mr. Williams' concealed carry permit matched the very same address where his car was parked.
That was the one I was telling you that changed me until this day, that made me the person I was, because I cooperated with everything that day, man. They asked me for my ID. I gave it to them. They said, do you have any weapons? I just gave them my concealed.
Well, let's start from the beginning. So in this video, you are being pulled over, right?
No, I wasn't even being pulled over, sir. This was another situation like the oatmeal situation when they pull directly behind you. They make it so that you can't back up and you can't leave, and they get out the car and they approach you. No lights activated, no blues, no nothing. Just a normal, we block you in, we come up to you, we talk to you, and we get your documents from you, and we take your gun from you, and we disarm you, and we do illegal stuff. We run the number, we do all that. That's what happened. And it was the start of a new beginning for me, because once I realized my face was being pinned down in the snow, and I even had knees and stuff all in my neck. Thank God I survived. But I had 10 officers descend on me like I was a spy from Russia or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they was trying to capture me, and it was crazy because I didn't do anything to get knees to my neck and 10 officers on me and arm bent behind me and gun took off me. I didn't do anything. And he said he was investigating trespassing. I said, sir, this address that we're on right now is right here on my concealed weapon permit. I'm not trespassing. This is my place of residence. This is where I'm staying. And that wasn't enough. Now, what shocked me, okay, that wasn't enough, cool. But what shocked me was the leaseholder to the apartment. My sister came outside, and if you hear her in the background, said, what are you guys doing? That's my brother. He lives here. I thought that was enough. I went to walk off. Once my sister said that, knowing I'm not under arrest, knowing that I haven't did anything wrong, I went to walk off because I'm not detained. I'm not arrested or nothing. I went to walk off, and I was grabbed by my arm, threw up against the car. By the way, when he grabbed me and threw me, my arm came out the socket. I got an easy separation of the ball joint right here. That's why I got it cocked up right here right now. But my family, it runs in the family. Like our arms come out the socket very easily. And man, I don't know if you felt that before. It's the worst pain in the world when your arm come out the socket.
Imagine.
It's something I don't want to feel. So when he did it and threw me back up against the car, you could hear me all of a sudden screaming out in pain, like, oh, my arm.
I got proof on that. Now my camera on you. So what you want to see?
Do you got any weapons in the vehicle?
What you want to see, sir? What reason is you even talking to me? I don't have to answer none of your questions. No, my sister live here. I just told you I can call my sister right now and have her come outside. Okay. We just pulled up. I was ready to go in her house. He was waiting on me. I was on the phone. Okay. I'm not doing
with this officer, okay? I'll be right back. Hey man, you got your ID on?
Hey, you don't gotta show him nothing, give him nothing, none of that.
Absolutely do, sir.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. You want to see my? What you want to see my? I'm a registered security guy, so I know everything I'm talking about.
Okay.
So go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Do you have a weapon in the vehicle?
Sir, go ahead, do what you gotta do. You want to see this? This will answer your question. So go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Okay. Do you have the weapon on you now?
Sir, go ahead and do what you gotta do, sir. If you're not arresting me or anything, I know my rights. Like I said, I'm a registered security guard with the state of Virginia. So do what you got to do and get back at me. I got my camera recording you.
Okay.
So go ahead and do what you got to do. I don't have to answer none of your questions. I know all my rights. I know everything. So do what you got to do. The camera is on you. We're recording you. So go ahead and do what you got to do.
I got you. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna secure your weapon just for my safety.
No, you're not. You don't even. I'm supposed to be getting out, going to my sister's house right now. I just pulled up and was on the phone. Didn't want to get out because it was cold and I was talking on the phone. So you're not going to stop me in what I'm doing for no reason, just because you already went to the store and asked the people about me. I saw you following me the other day for no reason. You ain't even pull me for some strange odd reason. You should have pulled me. You would have got the same thing today. We still got that. Oh yeah, we got that on camera too. When you was following me the other day, I got all this on camera. So I'm waiting to bring. The other day, when gunshots was fired, you hopped out beside me. You followed me because you thought I was the one that probably was shooting. Come on, dog.
Gunshots were fired.
Because I was out here when it happened. I heard gunshots fired out here.
Okay.
That's when I left from my sister's house and said, yeah, I got to go because I don't like that. Every time I come around here, there's always bullshit like that. People want to target me because I'm legit and I got guns, but I'm legit and I can have my guns. So go ahead and do what you got to do and get back at me.
Okay. All right, man. Just step out of the vehicle for me.
No, I'm not stepping out of the vehicle, sir. I'm not doing nothing. Go ahead and do what you got to do.
I don't feel comfortable with you having a weapon in the vehicle. Okay.
I'm supposed to have a weapon.
Huh?
I'm supposed to have a weapon. I got my concealed weapons permit.
Hey, this is an officer safety issue. No one's trying to give you a hard time.
Y'all giving me a hard time. No, I'm not doing.
Step out of the car.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm go ahead. What you putting your stuff on? You gonna touch me?
Sir, you have a weapon.
You gonna put your hands on me?
It's an officer safety issue. Please step out of the car.
You gonna put your hands on me? If y'all can put your hands on me, go ahead and beat my ass now, cause that's what the y'all gonna have to do.
Step out of the car.
If y'all can put your hands on me, go ahead. I'm putting my hands in my pocket, putting my stuff in my pocket.
As democratic and polite as possible. Please step out.
Not possible. Not possible. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Step out of the car.
Not possible.
Hands clear.
Look, man.
Hands clear, hands up in the air. I'm not doing anything. Everybody see me, I'm not doing anything. I gave them my concealed weapons permit and everything.
Sir,
I know.
Do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna secure the
You're
weapon.
not gonna do anything because you're not even. If I'm not under arrest, I'm actually ready to go in my sister.
And all you see is him reaching in my pocket like, I got the gun, and gave it to his partner.
Can you get off me, sir? My fucking arm is in.
I got it in my pocket.
Can you get the fuck off me?
What he do?
Back up.
I got this.
Man, what the he do? Why are
Back
y'all?
up.
Y'all ready to police brutality? Don't white violence.
Man, what
And
did
call
he
the
do?
ambulance.
I'm going to City Hall.
Call the ambulance. Call the
Got a
ambulance.
license and everything. Why y'all on here?
Call the ambulance.
Back up.
Hold up.
Call the ambulance.
Y'all get back, cuz. Come on.
Call
cuz.
the
Why y'all
ambulance.
on him? He got a license and everything.
No, one.
What
Sierra.
he do?
Sierra, he followed us. Call the ambulance.
Don't put your hands on me. I did not
Sierra,
touch either one of y'all.
You can feel all
call the ambulance.
I didn't touch y'all.
Call the ambulance.
But I didn't touch y'all.
Call the ambulance.
All that tobacco.
Call the ambulance.
Get your phone.
Call the ambulance.
From the hospital.
Cause this some bullshit.
His arm come out of socket every day. Why y'all pulling on him?
I got it on camera. Don't worry about it. I got it all. I gave him everything he sees. Tiara, back up. Back up. You live out here. I told him you live out here. Everything. Back up.
Come on. I ain't doing nothing.
Come on, cuz.
You can feel all you want.
Back up, Tiara.
I ain't going nowhere.
I got all this on record. Just back up.
It's fine. You can record all you want.
Okay, but that's what I know. Okay.
I go through this every time. Just because he followed me the other day. I know it.
with
Yeah.
y'all.
He followed me. I knew it was him. I got
That's a
proof
no-no.
at the
I
store
know.
that he was doing this shit.
And he circled
And he
around.
circled
the block.
around.
I
He
was in
stopped.
the car.
You didn't even pull me like
I
you're
was in the
supposed
car.
to.
And he went around. And you went straight. I was in the car.
Yeah.
I knew
I
you.
got all this. He stereotyped. That's all he fucking do.
Yeah.
You called the ambulance school.
I was in the car with you.
I got all this on record. Just yanked my fucking arm out the fucking, basically the socket all over again.
But the gunshot up the front, they ain't mess with nobody. The real people. I was in the car with you when he came. He circled around 3 times trying to mess with us.
Man.
He calling them names.
I got all this shit.
They take the gun back to the car, they run everything. They said, okay, you cool, you free to go. Let us put your gun in the trunk. And this is not even a traffic stop, no blue lights, nowhere around me whatsoever. So this is not even being recorded at the precinct. This is not even going on your
body cam.
Don't even talk about cameras. They're never wearing them.
Oh yeah.
When they come in contact with me, they're never activated when they come in contact with me. And
Did they have body cameras in Richmond?
Yes, they've been out since 2009, 8. Cameras been deployed in our city. They're never recording when they.
There's no policy for them to immediately turn them on.
It's definitely a policy. They have to. You know why their cameras not recording? Because man's are. I was told, okay, you're free, you good. Once again, like all the other time, you good. Let us put the gun in your car and have a nice day. I said, just give me my gun back like how you took it from me. They said, no, it's our policy. We can't hand it directly back to you. We got to put it in your trunk, or you got to wait for us to ride off before you get it and all that stuff. I said, okay, cool. I opened my trunk. He go to put my gun in the trunk, and he says, oh, now we got another problem. I smell marijuana.
Oh, my goodness.
Where was this marijuana question from the beginning before you even got anywhere? You could have even used that for a reason. For you bothering me instead of some petty like trespassing or whatever the case may be. You could have got further with the smell of marijuana use. Once he claimed to smell marijuana, don't you know my car was immediately tackled by the same 10 officers that end up later on putting their knee and stuff in my neck for to arrest me. The same 10 officers before it led to them putting the knees all in my neck. Search my car. When I say search my car, they had screwdrivers. They was taking apart my speakers. Bro, they dug so deep into my car to find marijuana that it wasn't even funny. And you should have saw how they left my car. It was wrecked. They took speakers that I had just paid $500 for apart with screwdrivers. They left the screws out. They was looking for marijuana. No one found any marijuana whatsoever. And they kept saying, we know it's there somewhere. We're going to get a search warrant. We're going to tow the car. We're going to, I'm like, y'all just took apart my car. No, y'all not ready to tow my car. So I stood behind my car and they said, you're obstructing justice. You can get arrested for that. I said, you guys haven't showed me a search warrant and you're ready to tow my car. I can stand behind my car and stop this from happening. They said, no, you can't get them. They tackled me. 10 police officers came and tried to arrest me, and I stood my ground. They wasn't even strong enough to get me to the ground. One officer suggested that, hey, let's get him in the snow. Maybe he'll slip. And they all dragged me to the snow, made me slip on the snow, pinned me to the ground, knees all in my neck, back, legs, arms, all that. Forced my arms behind me. Damn near broke my arm that was already out of socket. Already screamed. I was already in pain from my arm being pulled out the socket, bro. It didn't even make no sense the way I was treated that night. And I got taken down to jail for obstruction of justice charge. And when I found out later that could have been served to me on a summons and I didn't even have to get arrested and took it down, I was even more shocked. I was lost at that point. But yeah, they towed my car, bro. Listen, later on down the jail, I was bought more charges. I didn't know what charges I was ready to get served, but tell me why I get this paper saying I'm being served with felony in possession of a marijuana with the intent to distribute, because they said they found a jar about, I can't even explain. They claimed that they found a jar of marijuana in my passenger side on the floor. Let me remind you, 10 officers searched my vehicle, top to bottom. They took apart speakers. They did everything. Why didn't nobody find a jar of weed sitting in the front side passenger seat on the floor? And this bothered the judge so much. When the judge got the information and looking at the pictures later on, when the court date came, the judge tossed it out because he said, this doesn't even make sense. He said, it took y'all to tow this vehicle to find that this marijuana was right there on the passenger side floor. They said, yeah, we must have missed it. How do 10 officers get to searching a vehicle, taking away parts, unscrewing stuff, miss a jar of marijuana sitting in the front seat? You can look it up. It's public information. You can look it up. I can pull up that same charge till this day. It got dismissed and thrown out because
your obstruction charge got dismissed.
Yeah, the judge couldn't even believe that we was even sitting in court. The judge was lost because the judge looking at the pictures like, why did it take for you guys to tow the car to find this if you guys searched the car on the scene? Man, don't you know these people planted a jar of marijuana in my car? And their mission was to find me with marijuana in the gun to give me a felon, because you can't have those things. You can't mix those things. So they failed miserably. And I filed the complaint. I filed everything. Bro, I still got hospital bills not paid from that day, bro. I filed everything I needed, bro. Nobody never got back to me. Nobody never said nothing about it. Nobody never, nothing. I still can look up that case to this day and show you that I was charged with those charges and that they was dismissed because it was bullshit.
I'm speechless when it comes to Roy Williams' experience with the Richmond, Virginia Police Department. Are these officers simply performing their duties, or are they purposefully targeting Mr. Williams? Stay tuned for part 6. I've provided a link to Roy Leeshun Williams' GoFundMe in the description below. If you have the means, I kindly ask you to consider donating to his GoFundMe campaign. The funds will be allocated towards covering expenses such as legal fees, costs associated with gathering documents, evidence, fees related to court proceedings, and expenses related to an upcoming lawsuit.